All right, guys, in today's show, let's talk all things Superman. So stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Welcome to R.P.Animations. I'm your host, Red, and today we're taking a look at my favorite Superman, the Henry Cavill Superman in the blue and red suit, blue, red, and gold, because there's in the insignia, there's gold on it with Doomsday. And honestly, I got this fairly quick in the mail, or what was it that I did? No, I saw this in the wild, and I went ahead and canceled my Big Bad Toy Store pre-order because how am I supposed to grow if I don't get these figures in time to share with you? And that's my frustration with this whole toy review, this whole community. And again, small little rant. I'm sure a lot of you who have channels who are just as frustrated as me, who are paying customers to get this, have to wait while there's other people out there just because they do a little graffiti or they do these weird poses on a turntable, they get these action figures immediately for free. I'm not going to touch on it anymore, but that's just my rant. So the Superman, James Gunn's Superman trailer came out. The music was beautiful. The scenery was good. Honestly, the suit looked like crap. Guy Gardner looked like Lloyd. I thought it was Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber when he walked into the hallway. It's a total embarrassment. I don't know, to what Zach was building. So, and before all of you start getting on my case, let me start from the beginning. I am not a Zack Snyder fan, but hear me out. Okay, I am a Nolan guy. I will always be Nolan's guy. So I want to make sure that we're all on the same table. You know, we're all on the same page. We're on the same table, bringing the cards to our table. However, the fact that he listened to Nolan and used the Nolan formula to make it as realistic as it should be is what made me like, Zack Snyder. And we're going to start getting into it. Sorry, I don't mean to get on the rant, guys. We're going to start looking at it. We're going to have a long conversation because there's two figures to review here anyways. So, long story short, when Man of Steel came out, I saw it and I loved it. I loved it. It was different. I thought the music was amazing. I thought that he grounded it very beautifully. It's just a work of art. When Batman versus Superman came out in 2016, I didn't feel it too much because I felt that he crammed three stories into one. The Batman versus Superman, the Doomsday story, and I forgot what the last one was, so you guys are going to have to remind me of it. And truth be told, at first I wasn't feeling it. I didn't like it. But what happened was that I wasn't in a good state of mind at the time when it came out. I was going through some stuff personally, health-wise, and so it really wasn't. But it wasn't until I got, I think, the director's cut or something like that, that I fell in love with the movie because it actually answered all the questions. Fast forward, and we get Justice League from this clown, Joss Whedon, who instead of respecting the work of Zack Snyder, he was listening to the executives who told him they wanted more comedy. And like a good little male feminist beta male that Joss Whedon is, he added his stupid little quirky male feminist humor, which ruined it. Lo and behold, in 2021, the Snyder release comes out and it just blew me away. What an amazing dark movie. I like my superheroes to be dark, not goofy. I want to see something that has action and an amazing storyline. I want to get away. I don't want to be taken to 1966 goofiness like the Batman. So that was my rant. So yes, the trailer, I liked it. Sure, I can't criticize until the movie comes out. But am I going to miss Henry Cavill? Cavill, I am. We're gonna bring him in a few minutes, but let's start with some of the housekeeping, and I'm gonna tell you why I grabbed this thing. This right here is an embarrassment. Mcfarlane could have given us a translucent kryptonite show. And I'm going to tell you a funny story, guys. When I first got into this whole action figure thing reviewing, I didn't want to pay top dollars for action figures. And I went the route of AliExpress. And so one action figure that I bought was the Mezco armored Batman. And guys, I really thought I beat the system. I paid $20 for it. Little did I know that it was written Mezco with a K. And I'll get to the story, but that figure fell apart in my hands as soon as I started circulating. All the armor started falling off. It was like, it wasn't even like a good plastic or like a tin. It just crumbled in my hand. But what was amazing was that it did come with a spear, and the spear is actually metal with a clear crystal, which I have it stored away. And I'm glad I did. I didn't throw anything out. I kept all the accessories. I even kept the gun. And now I lost that gun, and I could have used it now when I do the review of the Batfleck BVS, action figure from Mcfarlane. But this is ridiculous. This right here is bendy. This could have been, this could have been a hard plastic. This could have been a crystal. So right off the bat, guys, McFarlane's sitting in his office saying, "Look at all this plastic I'm giving them. They should be happy with $70." This right here is unacceptable. This that you're seeing here, this cheddar right here, this is good. We'll get into that now. Let me put this to the side. The two stands come wrapped up in this plastic. We don't need to look at it. We know what stands look like. The trading cards. Here you go, guys. Take a moment to read it. Here's the source material. And there you go. Take a moment to read that, or maybe focus in. All right, let's take that out of the way. Here's Henry Cavill in the source material, and you can take a look and read the back. Let's focus that in. Okay. Last of the cheddar, which I almost fell out of my seat when the package came in, because I was only thinking about I was thinking about two things. I really wanted this Doomsday, and I really wanted this Superman, believe it or not, just to cherish what we lost and what they took away from us. But we got hands. Now, I don't know why we've got a pointing hand, but we'll see how it looks like. We've got a gripping hand to put the spear in his hand when he impales Doomsday. So I'm going to go ahead and put that now in his hand, just to stretch out a little bit the hand. Sorry, I'm off camera, guys. But as you guys can see, this is what it looks like. So I'll leave that there for you. Here are the other hands. We've got maybe a palm. But I can tell you that if you're a good animator, you could already see the sequence. You put them in order, open, starting to close, and then completely closed fist in there. So let's see here. Let's see what we're working with here. So it looks like when it's time to put this in the hand, you're going to have to heat it up really good, and it doesn't come apart. So you're going to have to heat this up, which I'll do in a little bit when I swap out the hands. But let's bring Henry first to take a look. Does it look like Henry? Does it justify it? Is the look amazing? And guys, let me know in the comments if you're able to see the figures clearly, or if there's a focusing issue, because with the last update, it erased some of my settings, which bothered me. But we've got Henry's likeness, I don't know. I haven't heard from you guys. Uh, I watch your videos, but look at the suit, guys. There's even writing in kryptonite, I think, in one. And I don't know if it's in this suit or not, but let's see here if we can. And I was watching when they were coming up with the concept of the suit, and the fact that they went more with how the knights or the guilds of the medieval times used to wear. You got the shield with the emblem there with the logo of the house. And let's think about it, guys. He's an alien from another world. He comes to this planet. He's not going to be wearing long johns or underoos. He's going to have some kind of advanced clothing technology, and that's the part that people don't want to get. That's the part people are criticizing. This suit looks amazing. And guys, I'm not a Superman fan. I only like Superman when there's variants of them that really look cool. My favorite Superman is, besides him, is Red Sun. My favorite Superman besides Red Sun is the Injustice suit. Love that metallic look on it. My favorite Superman is actually the Earth 2 evil Superman that he's got like the black and red suit on it with the chains. Uh, I love variants of that. I like that kind of look. And my other favorite one is Flashpoint Superman. Now, I know that's a weaker Superman because he was in jail when they first got him. But all right, so enough of that. Enough of what I like. We've got a cloth cape here that stretches out this far, right? And only the bending wires are here, guys. They're only located here. There's none here in the structure, and that's okay. Again, the fact that we've got it without that, the fact that he didn't throw in there the plastic one and added this cape says that he's definitely exploring the whole cape concept. Look at the coloring. So can you guys share with me in the comments if you have the Justice League Superman when it came out? Do you guys have that? Not only that one, but the black suit one. I do have the black suit one in the box still. And this is what Henry looks like in the back. I lifted the cape up. Look at the muscle structure. This is just a perfect suit. I don't know what James Gunn was thinking. And you know what, guys? I'm not going to keep rambling on. I'm just going to give the movie a chance. Maybe. I I always say, let your wallet speak for you if you're not happy with the product. But I'm trying to keep an open mind, but I have issues with male feminists like him and Joss Whedon. So forgive me for saying things like that, but it's just the issues that I have with people like that, people of that caliber. You got the suit. I mean, overall, this does look like a knight suit. All he needs is like a helmet, a shield, and a sword um, on there. So let's take a look before we look at the articulation. Let's take a look at the accessories. I'll pull up, and these came off easily. I had no issues. I wasn't struggling with it. This one, here we go. You heard the pop. Let's put in this hand. See, it gets me nervous. Okay, it went in there. I put in the hand that holds the spear. And obviously, guys, the spear itself, you're going to have to stretch out the hand just a little bit. So right now, guys, since I'm on camera, this is as far as I'm getting the spear. Not going to worry about it. And we've got this hand here. Almost looks like his dad when he's telling him, "Don't come rescue me from the tornado," or the meme that we keep seeing using that scene. All right, let's see here. What else we got? I'm going to take off the spear hand and the open hand off. And we're going to look how easy that is. Hey, you can't do finger guns like that. That's where you're wrong, kiddo. So, anyways, that's another meme. You can see the two hands there, this pointing hand, but it looks almost, again, I don't know why this is here, why that finger's there. But, anyways, let's take a look at the articulation for Henry, guys. Oh, the head seems to be on the ball joint that's very stiff. He can look down, looks a little weird here. He can look that much, especially if you're flying. You can definitely get, it's very stiff. Should have warmed him up. So if you want to do the whole over the earth when he had his arm sucking in the rays, you can do it like that. So you do get that there. You get that much of a flex in the back. You get, this is as far as the crunch is going to go, guys. I'm being serious, without breaking the figure. So you're not getting that much of a crunch there. You do get that swivel there in that area. You guys can see where the bicep swirl is, and it is on a bushing, as you guys can see there, but you guys can see I just turned the bicep, double jointed elbow as we're expecting, and then you can definitely swivel and move that good stuff. The legs go out this much, guys. I think the diaper stops it. The kick, which I noticed in Justice League, he likes to kick Steppenwolf. And then you got, and here's the part that I'm frustrated with Mcfarlane. Mcfarlane, this is laziness. You could have just sculpted the mechanism in there like you've been doing lately. You've given us this horrendous ball joint that nobody likes, and you got the toe articulation. So overall, Henry, amazing, love it. But again, um, I just like Henry's version of Superman, and I'm not taking anything away from the new guy, Corn Sweat, whatever his name is. So we're gonna move that here, and in a few minutes we'll take a look at Doomsday. All right, now that we've taken a look at Henry, Superman, we're gonna take a look at Doomsday. And again, going back to my rant that I had earlier, on the Superman version. Again, I didn't feel the movie when I saw it. I liked the battle between, Batman and Superman, but I wasn't feeling when Doomsday came out. I think that battle could have been done when they built the Justice League, but again, there was no way of doing it but there. So I get it. I get it. And I think Zach knew that Warner's wanted comedy and he didn't want comedy. So I'm bringing in this because there's already hate for this figure. Doesn't make sense. This is another villain you can add to your stop motion. Um, doesn't come with extra parts. This is what you see is what you get. I would have preferred if Mcfarlane would have given him a little bit of the spikes as he was powering up towards the end before Henry impaired, which actually gave him that classic Doomsday. But again, this is the Doomsday that Lex Luthor created in the film, and you guys can see all the gnarly details. Sadly, once again, I wish the jaw would have been articulated like the Devastator or like the animation Doomsday, but you know it is McFarlane, so what you see is what you're getting. So the figure itself, guys, I thought was rather small, but I actually took out my Violator and compared it, and the Violator is 11, almost 11 inches tall. This guy's 10. And I know I don't have a ruler, but when you put Henry, when you saw in the beginning, you saw Henry, you saw the comparisons. Henry's 7 inches. This is 10. So you can't go wrong with that. And I get it, McFarlane. Look at all this plastic. It's amazing plastic. It's amazing figure. The details look beautiful for the Doomsday. The articulation is a little stiff, guys. In the movie, believe it or not, if you take a moment to watch the movie and you see the scene where he throws Superman and he crash lands on the monument and then he lands, you can see the outline of this diaper, believe it or not. And it made me laugh because it almost feels like McFarlane created that creature or that diaper there. But whatever this company that McFarlane's using, whatever standards, it's okay, guys. We got the Doomsday from the movie. I know that I always say not everything has to be canon, but if you're a fan of this, this definitely is up your alley. Now, looking at the details, extra hands would have been great, but I see that McFarlane did the ratchet mechanism on the hand, so I don't know how that works. I don't want to experiment because I already screwed up my favorite Bane to get third-party hands, and that is the first and last mistake I'll ever make because I really like that Bane, and now you can't find that Bane anywhere. It's extremely expensive. So let's take a look now, guys, at his articulation. Doomsday does not come with any jaw, but you guys can hear the cracking. That's how stiff the figure is. But look at that face. Look at the details. And in the movie, I could have sworn that he shot lasers not only from the eyes, but from his mouth. So now it's strange because I noticed that the shoulders, it looks like they're not on a bushing. There isn't anyone there, but I noticed that they go up and down. And at first I thought I broke it when I took it out of the box. So now there is no swivel here like we normally see, but the swivel is here, guys. You can see that there. Uh, you only get one uh, single jointed, just like the Violator. It's got the same mechanisms as the Violator. There's nothing new here. Um, it's here. You see that there? You're getting the swivel. Sorry, I hit the camera, guys. You're getting the swivel here. You get that split there. You get that much of a kick there. You get that there. And then you can pivot it. It's got the ratchet end. Believe it or not, you get toe articulation. I think one of the reasons I wanted at least this kind of Doomsday, he kind of, and again, guys, I'm not a Marvel person. The that other guy that's not the Hulk, but the other creature that fights the Hulk, and either way, I wanted a creature. When I looked at this figure, when the box came in, I sat down and wrote an outline. What would it look like Batman fighting this guy, just like Tony Stark in the Justice Buster? So, again, guys, overall, for $70, this is what you're getting. I'm going to be honest with you. For me, it was worth the money because of getting Henry and the extra hands that we never got with the other figures. And Henry looks cool. I like it. The hands do pop off real easily, so you're not going to have any trouble popping them in. Just don't lose them. And I think McFarlane is starting to understand that people are asking for the hands, extra accessories. It wouldn't kill them. But at the end of the day, this is what you're getting for $70. And in my opinion, it's not worth the $70, but if it's nostalgic feeling about the movie, which I took for granted at the time that it came out, then this is definitely up your alley and this is worth it. So let me know what you guys think of today's review. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if this is something you're going to add. Personally, guys, I'm going to be very sincere with you. Give me a second. I'm adjusting my mic here. I would tell you to get it, but again, you don't have to if you don't want to dish out the $70. I get it. I understand. This channel is not about pushing expensive action figures. So with that said, share the video, like the video, and please engage with me in the comments. Let me know how you're finding the channel. Let me know if you already have this figure, what you think about it, if this is something that you like. I know that lately I've been building up the community, and I've been on the Collect to Disconnect and New York Backyard Legends live show, not in person. Eventually I'm going to make an appearance with them, but I know that Jaeger is a big fan of Zack Snyder and this series. So I definitely want to dedicate this to him, and I'm going to put it in the title as well, a little quick dedication to him, because he's been bringing us news and updates. And now, Jaeger, when you do see this video, please keep me posted on the Batman Begins action figure when it's coming out. I need to get me at least 4 or 5 of those before the prices skyrocket like they did with the Dark Knight. So with that said, guys, this is Red. I'm done with the review. Henry and Doomsday here. We're done, and we are out. In today's show, we're taking a look from Mcfarlane Toys, DC Multiverse, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, Wonder Woman. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Welcome back. Welcome to R.P.Animations. I'm your host, Red. And today we're taking a look at the Zack Snyder's Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot. Um, I have to laugh, and I still laugh at this, and I don't care who gets mad or who gets offended. But a lot of you months ago couldn't stop whining to Mcfarlane when he was going to make a Wonder Woman, especially Artemis Prime, and all of you joined in whining and crying when all you had to do was wait until this Wonder Woman came out. But you guys wanted a comic accurate Wonder Woman. Not sure what the obsession is. It's a little creepy. I'm not going to get into it. I really couldn't understand, and I laughed the entire time. What is it that grown men wanted a Wonder Woman for? What, that's creepy. What did you want a Wonder Woman for? What are you going to do with that? But again, that's neither here nor there. You guys got your Wonder Woman. It's not my bag. I'm going to tell you the 4 Wonder Womans that I own and that I love. The first one, my favorite one, Endless Winter Wonder Woman, looks amazing. The second one that I own is the Todd McFarlane version. The third will be this Wonder Woman here, right? And my last is the Flashpoint. Now I do have the Last Night on Earth Wonder Woman, which with the mohawk, which I didn't care for. I just needed the pieces. I don't remember what build the figure that came with. I think that was the Bane with the Scarecrow on his back. That one I didn't get either. But I'm happy to say that I got this. No, I don't have the other versions of Wonder Woman. I don't have the 1984 movie. I didn't even watch that movie. Wasn't interested in her. I don't see her as a main superhero. I see her as a main side character to the Justice League. Uh, I don't care who gets offended. I also didn't collect the one with the angel wings and that gold ridiculous outfit. I saw a little bit of that. Uh, Again, wasn't my bag. I didn't understand it. Um, what I will tell you is that I did see a difference of that Wonder Woman 1984 compared to what Zack wrote and how they did it when they directed that movie. Night and day, man. In that one, the 1984 one, I think she's literally riding the lightning with her lasso. I didn't get that. But in the other one, she's fighting in the war. And I think in the First World War, I think it was, because it couldn't be World War II, if I'm wrong. But enough of that. We've got this one. I like this one. I could have bought the Flash one. I could have bought one to complete my BVS or Dawn of Justice or Justice League one. But I'm happy that I got this. I'm happy that he released it. Comes with a sword, comes with a shield, which is what I wanted. Don't care too much for the lasso. We'll jump into it now. If you notice, I put the sword in her hand to stretch out the hand a little bit so we can get that so I'm not fumbling and stumbling. Let's look at the source material. Beautiful picture of Gal Gadot. And for the Amazonian from Themyscira, if I said that correctly, take a moment to read. All right, we get the typical stand. Here you go. Nothing new. Now, let's look at the shield, because I think the shield is a little bit warped from the packaging. But overall, I think I might do a little bit of a wash here on it just to get those details out on the shield, or some kind of a wash that helps silver comes out. Maybe the engraving on her shield. But you can see that there's some engraving there. If I can get it to focus. There we go. Look at that. I don't know if that's a phoenix or an eagle. You guys let me know in the comments. But you get that rune writing, I believe it is. So overall, and then the back of it, I already can tell by the arm strap and some videos that I saw that this is going to be dangling on her arm. So I'm probably going to have to put on the inner part of her arm some tacky just to get it in there. And then we've got the sword here, which is already in her hand. And you guys can see the details there of her sword. The sad part is that when this movie came out, and I remember being in the office, and the girls who actually like Wonder Woman, or the ones that grew up with the Linda Carter one, they weren't feeling the whole Wonder Woman with a sword. But correct me if I'm wrong, did Wonder Woman always have a sword? Because I saw her with one in the Doomsday um battle, the death of Superman. So, and then you've got this rope, which actually goes on a hook there, and I'll show you guys right now. I'm doing it over here because it's not going to be a long review, guys. It's nothing new. You guys seen what a Wonder Woman. Now, if you ask me, guys, Mcfarlane, I would have traded off the rope, that plastic there in the stand, for some hands for her. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong, but overall, that's what I would have done. But in that case, let's put the rope, which I already put on her side there. Let's put it to the side so we don't lose it here under my desk. And let's take a look at Gal Gadot. Does it look like her? You guys tell me in the comments. Is this her? Does it look like it? Love the color of the uniform. Love that. As a matter of fact, my favorite uniform of Wonder Woman is also the Endless Winter one, and the one with the Death of Superman, the animation. I love the way Diana looks in that one. I think it looks really, really good. Guys, you tell me if this is what you like. For you perverts out there, this is the booty there. It's covered by that. And I was thinking that with this type of coloring, this red here in specific, this shiny metallic red, if you actually took her arm and put the rune writing here in red, kind of like a tattoo, which I'm against, you can make yourself a absolute Wonder Woman. Diana from Hades or Hell, wherever she's from. I only follow the story a little bit. I saw that the second episode already came out, but this is nothing new of the female action figures. We've seen the same wedges. It's the same wedges he used in other figures, including the last one that I think I did of Blackfire or Starfire, whatever her name is, but the black version, which is going to be my Diana Troy. Would have preferred a little bit of open fist hand, but it came with closed fist hand. But let's take a look at Diana here. Love the sculpting of the hair. I'm sure for some animators it's going to be a pain in the butt because of the hair, but I'm sure with a little blow drying and a little bit finessing, you'll get her to move. So I'm not starting all the articulation, but I'm just showing you what it can be done. Overall, aesthetically, it is very pleasing. She looks amazing. Let's put her shield on. And so this is what you get. Um, it looks weird if you try to clip her hand, but I'm going to try to put that there in her hand. Okay, so this isn't that bad. Let's try it here. Sorry, guys, I'm off camera. So I'm trying to get her in a pose so you guys can see with the shield on, and I got a finger clipped into it, but it doesn't look right, guys. The shield should be here, and there should be a handle here for her to grab. That's how shields work. So, If you're thinking right now that little music, it's gonna come up with this. You're getting the kind of music right now. So let's take the shield off. Let's take a look at the articulation. As you guys can see, she's got the bushing inside. She's got the swivel, the bicep swivel there. So that's good. Double jointed elbows for you there. You've got the again, I'm not gonna mess around with that because it's a small figure. My last Wonder Woman, you guys know how I'm always whining, how I broke that Wonder Woman, and I think that was the Dark Metals Wonder Woman, which came with the chainsaw, and the hand came off. This is the split. So, can Wonder Woman flex back? Sure. Can she crunch over? Absolutely. You got that waist swivel in there that you guys like. There, you get a nice kick, this much. Toe articulation. Sorry, I hit the camera, guys. You get that much of a double jointed knees. And then last but not least, Mcfarlane being lazy, instead of sculpting it with the boot, we've got that joint that, swivels, pivot, turns, and then you get the toe articulation, the everlasting toe articulation. So overall, whatever company is making this, they're just reusing bodies. They're just reusing everything. So it's nothing new that you haven't seen, guys. So let me know in the comments below. I know that I picked on some of you. You guys are really, really into this whole Wonder Woman thing. I wasn't whining or crying. I was just couldn't believe the comments, couldn't believe people like that guy that cries every time he sees the Star Wars videos. A lot of you guys were doing that. Shame on you. It's just an action figure. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not sure why you guys got all bent out of shape like that. So let me know, guys, in the comments what you guys think of this figure. Did you already add it? Because I know a lot of you. I added it because it's part of that Snyder universe that is going away. And the best thing we can do to try to cherish his work is to at least collect the figures that were made for it. So with that said, guys, I'm done with the review. Hit the like if you like today's video. Share the video, notification, hit the bell. And guys, share with me in the comments your thoughts. I really love engagement. I like talking to you guys. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. So with that said, me and Diana, we're done. And we are out. Tell me, do you bleed? You will. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the show, guys. Welcome back. Welcome to R.P.Animations. I'm your host, Red, and you saw from that dramatic intro, wanted to give some love to the BVS Batman Batfleck. You guys know that I'm a Nolan guy, and I keep repeating it to you guys. I will always at heart be a Nolan guy. I will always be that, but I do appreciate what Ben Affleck did for us in Batman versus Superman, the training, everything that he did, and the fact that he even wrote a solo Batman really touches the heart, really touches everything. So kudos to him, kudos to everybody. No kudos to WB, no kudos to DC for canceling that and going a different route, but that's neither here or there. We're jumping into it because, believe it or not, this Batman comes with a little bit of cheddar that we normally don't get, but there's going to be a few little rants, and we're going to start with the Batarangs, guys. Mcfarlane, you didn't have to do this. Look how thick those Batarangs are. You could have just given us the one from the Justice League. You could have just repackaged those. And, I don't get it. I don't get it. What is it you're doing? Stop playing grab ass at Spotify. Go to China where these are being made. Take a look at the QC and see what's happening. Here we have the grappling gun. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to tell you why, because I have to practice what I preach. It doesn't have any details. He didn't paint it. Guys, open canvas, you guys can paint it. No problem there. We get the typical stand. You guys can see. And, you know, where I'm surprised is that we definitely got some hands here. Let me bring those in for you. So you guys can see there. Those are some fist hands. You know, the hands that come with it are a little wonky. Some extra hands would have been great, Mcfarlane, if you would have included at least some open palm hands, better looking trigger hands than those are there. They just make the figure look a little bit ridiculous. And you know, last but not least, the source material, which is the cover of the DVD or Blu-ray, which is the cover in the back of the card. Take a moment to read it. So we're gonna look at Ben for a moment, but I'm sure a lot of you saw the intro and were wondering what Batman that was. And yes, folks, that was the same Batman, but here's what I did. I'm gonna bring him in. I bought a second one, and you'll notice here, I'll bring him in. Night and day, right? This one, what I did was I had an extra one of these. I went ahead and took the head off, soaked it in hot water, and squeezed it in, guys, to give them a no neck look. And then I took the peg that was there, and I had an extra Bizarro peg, which is shorter, and I put it in there and gave him the no neck look. No matter how hard I try, I can't get it to look like the one in the movie because the body does not help. Has to be a chunkier body. He's older. He's got a different type of workout, which give him a much more heavier muscle look because he's already in his late 40s, early 50s. It's supposed to be the Dark Knight Returns type of a Batman, a grittier, no nonsense type of guy. But Mcfarlane didn't check the QC and they made a slender body. So if you want to make this exactly, before you do, make sure you have an extra small peg or buy a Bizarro. Buy anybody that has like a very thick body but low neck, short peg, not a long neck. Put this in hot water. Once it's in hot water, squeeze it in like that from the neck down. Squeeze it in until you get them out. This part's going to bulge out a little bit. That's okay. Let it bulge out. It's supposed to look like a no neck, a thick neck, but there's only so much you can do to the figure. I am going to customize this guy a little bit. I did order the Funjoy one, and it seems like they're getting things done right for the price point. And I've been saying it, Mcfarlane, you can please the fans. Never mind, that one fell. I'm not going to worry about it. And this is what this one looks. It's a skinnier head. And guys, you know how they say that TV adds extra pounds? In the viewfinder, it almost looks like it is the Batman, but it's not, guys. It's such, in person, it's such a skinny face, you know, skinny body. It doesn't resemble what we saw in the movie. I believe, guys, this is supposed to be a little bit darker. They did add some wash to it, on it. Now, it makes it look cartoony because of these hands that Mcfarlane gave us, where the batarangs go in. I'll put one in his hand. Ridiculous. I'm not sure why. Uh, you know, Mcfarlane, if you don't care, just say it. Tell the people you don't care about these. But instead of playing grab ass over at Spotify, go to China, hang out and check and see the work that people are doing there. Make sure that that company that's producing these for you are giving you a quality product. I get it. This is $20 and there's nothing else. Sorry guys, I'm here fighting with the figure. Maybe I've got the wrong hand. Let's try this one. You know, and I know that I'm ranting, guys. Forgive me, but it just doesn't look realistic. This, and I want to see how FunJoy does it. I ordered the by mistake. I did order the FunJoy Justice League one, but I really wanted this one. So this is what it looks like in the hands. I'm just gonna take these off, guys. Forgive me. This just looks wonky. It just looks ridiculous. Take these off. Well, the hand just popped off on its own. So it comes off like that. I think another thing that's happening with McFarlane is that he's making figure with extra hands, but they're not usable either because they're coming you know, they're coming with pre items on them like binoculars and stuff in their hand. Now this looks a lot better. This looks, way better than the other hands. And I think this is what a lot of people have been doing. They've just been taking the other hands off and putting the fist one. Um, I don't get it. And let's take a look at the figure here, guys. Yeah, it's got the scratches, which I love. It's got the wash. It's an older uniform. It's a Batman that's already been doing this, like the Dark Knight Returns. But in the Dark Knight Returns, he was already retired. He still was not being a vigilante like he was in the movie. And obviously, like Alfred told him, his obsession to getting rid of Superman because of the destruction he did in Metropolis and employees getting hurt, his employees at Wayne's Industries or Wayne Developments or whatever you want to call it. But here's the belt. The belt is supposed to have black in the liners here, right there. It doesn't have it. Again, I'm the first person to say I'm not complaining because it's not there because it's $20 open canvas. You can do it yourself, and that's fine, McFarlane. But at least the most you can do is get the body right. So it comes with a cloth cape, but it's not wired anywhere. So that's another one. So you can't do any dynamic poses. Chances are a lot of you are going to take this off and put your own cape on there. And I don't blame you, but let's take a look at the articulation. The head does a 360. It does look down, does look up. You can articulate it there that much. There's no hinge. There's the butterfly peg, which is very detailed with this armor design. Um, you get the bicep swivels there. You can see that there. Double jointed. You saw it, the hands go in and out. It's on that peg that I can't stand. So it does, let me pull that off camera, guys. It does swivel, it does turn around, things like that. The body does waist, there's waist rotation there. It does crunch back like that. It does crunch forward like that. You get a leg kick there. The diaper stops it, but you get that much of a kick. You get double jointed knees. Love it. The boot, the ankle, it's sculpted in. You can do that. And then the toe articulation. So, what do we learn from this, boys and girls? Well, very simply, laziness. For the price point, you can customize it, but how much can you customize it? I don't know. I'm not a customizer. I didn't even get that idea to do the head. I saw it in other videos, so I can't take credit for it. But I can take, uh, you know, my criticism of this, learning about Batman, especially this one, the Bat flick. It's really, really sad we didn't get the other Justice League and the Batman, the Bat flick solo film. So you know what, guys? This is the way that you fight back the system. We're getting action figures. You're getting action figures. Why not make our own movies? Why not just grab the scripts? I wish Ben Affleck's script was actually available so people can read it and see how it was. I don't know what this clown is doing. I'm not a big fan of the Patterson Batman. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good, but now that I go back and revisit these, sorry guys, but he's giving me a hard time. I am off camera. Put him on this, and that's it. We're gonna call it a day. You know, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm not very happy with DC and everything that they're doing. So again, it's not up to me. Red can only do so much. Red needs your help to get to the big leagues so I can call out people that I want to call out and put people in their places. But that's neither here nor there. So with that said, let me know what you guys think of today's review. Let me know what you think of this version of Mcfarlane's. I know everybody's been buying up the Funjoy, and I'm going to do those reviews as soon as that other Batman arrives. We'll talk about that. So I'm done. Me and Bruce were done. And we are definitely going to be